Hi, Sanborn students and parents and families. This is Mrs. Johansen, the Sanborn principal, and I wanted to give you a quick message before we start school tomorrow. I am so excited to log on to the Google Meets and see all of our students tomorrow and in the coming days ahead. It was really nice to see all of our students come to pick up their Chromebooks and their packets of supplies over the last several days. Special thanks to our PTA. You may have noticed that drawstring bag that you received. Those are all supplies that came directly from a grant that our Sanborn PTA won, and they created supply bags for each of our students. Aren't we lucky to have them? So tonight, I'm hopeful that everyone has their materials at home. It's important that you take out the Chromebook and you charge it. Make sure you can turn it on. You'll see a little slip of paper for some of our younger students that has the QR code to log in. We call it the Clever Badge. You'll also see a login name and a password for each of your students to be able to log into their Chromebooks for the first time. Students, the login name didn't change from last year, so if you still remember from last year, you will be able to get into your Chromebooks. A couple other things I wanted to remind you of. If you didn't get to pick up your devices or your supplies today and yesterday, we still do have them at school for you, and we will be at school nice and early at 7:45, maybe even a little bit before. You can call the school and come by to pick them up. You can also email me, and then we'll have those supplies ready for you so that you can come by and get them tomorrow morning before school. I would encourage everyone to try to log into their devices tonight just so they are up and ready to go and charging all night long tonight. The other thing that I want to remind everyone is our teachers have worked so hard over the last 5 days, and even before that for many weeks, once we learned that we would be remote learning at the start of the year. They have worked together in their teams, social distancing with masks on, but they have worked very, very hard to build a platform and build activities that will engage your child. There will be live instruction. There'll be times where the students will be working independently and then maybe in small groups with their teacher. But I'm confident that this is going to be a great experience for everyone involved. But it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be times that the internet's going to go down on our end or on your end. There's going to be times where you might have problems logging in, or we're having problems getting it to connect. When you're working with the internet and when you're working with things that are beyond your control, sometimes this can be pretty difficult. So I'm going to ask that everyone give each other a lot of grace. And sometimes it's going to be frustrating. Sometimes it's going to be really, really exciting because we'll get something to work and it'll turn out so cool. But on either end, we need to be calm and compassionate and patient with each other, because all of those things will be what's in the best interest of our children. And what we want most for them is for them to have a positive learning experience and to love school, even in this virtual world that we're all living in now. Please know that Mrs. Costa and I are here for you. We have a lot of the codes for the Google Classrooms and the Seesaw links, and we'll be available at our phones in the Sanborn office to help you problem solve. If you're having a hard time getting into your device or getting into the Google Meets, we'll have a lot of the codes and we'll be able to help you. Most of our Sanborn teachers are in the building over the next several weeks, so we'll be able to run down to their classroom and see if we can help get you on. But we are here for you and we are here to help you. But we also want you to remember that we're going to do the very best we can, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can, as we're going to handle each situation as it arises. I look forward to working with you this year. I am so proud to be the Sanborn principal. This is year 5 for me, and I can't wait to see what this comes from, because this is a precedent-setting year. I've never done through something like this in my life, and I know you all feel the same. So we're going to maintain a great focus for your kids and have another great school year at Sanborn School. Have a good night.